Hey, this is V, and I just finished reading Topped Chef by Lucy Burdette. The main character, Haley, works as a food critic, like she writes restaurant reviews for a magazine called Key Zest in Key West, Florida. So the big event going on in Key West in this book is an upcoming filming of a reality TV show which features competitions between local chefs, like their goal, at least as far as advertising is concerned, is to find the best local chef who will go on to star in their own reality television cooking series. So it's a pretty big deal, like as far as these people's careers are concerned. And the people organizing this event call Haley's boss and invites the magazine to send someone on staff to be one of their judges. And he thinks that this could be a really good idea as far as publicity is concerned for their magazine. So Haley gets chosen to participate. So to begin with, Haley is kind of excited, like she's never been part of the filming of a reality television series before, and she's also a really big foodie, like she cooks herself and she, really likes restaurants and stuff like that, and, trying different dishes. So she arrives kind of looking forward to the experience, only to discover that one of her fellow judges is actually the owner of a restaurant for which she has recently written a really negative review. So things don't really get off to a great start. And to make matters worse, there's a great deal of tension on the show, like according to her friend, which is the person who kind of volunteered her, I suppose, for the position. The whole point of reality television is to create a lot of conflict, but this kind of runs counter to a lot of Haley's own philosophies and preferences. Like she doesn't like to give negative reviews, and she doesn't like to say mean things about people, what people have cooked and things like that. And she also doesn't really approve of how the show seems intent on provoking discord amongst the contestants and the judges. So she very quickly gets to the point where she kind of hoping things will just end as quickly as possible so she can go back to her own life. Matters get even worse when the judge with whom she has the negative relationship is found murdered on his own ship. So now Haley is caught between having to finish her commitment to the show and worries about who committed the murder. There's the possibility that it was one of the person's business rivals or something, because he was also really influential as far as town politics is concerned and always made really selfish choices, based on his own self-interest. So he's made a great many enemies, but at the same time, there may or may not have been attempted murder on other members of the television show staff. So it's possible that it's actually related to the show, and that means that Haley herself could potentially be in danger. On a personal front, Haley is also dealing with the relationship not going so well with her current boyfriend, who is a detective for the local police. So something that I liked. I definitely think the setting was very colorful, and I looked up Key West after I read the story. It makes it sound like kind of an interesting place to potentially visit in the future, and it has a pretty nice cast of characters. This is a cozy mystery, and it's not book one, so I think it doesn't go quite as much into each character. It does kind of treat them like maybe you should kind of know who they are, but they sound, I'm still kind of getting used to who they are, but they sound like probably a good cast, I guess, to spend some time with. I'm looking forward to trying some of the other books, and food's always a major selling point for me too. Let's see. Something I did not like as much. There wasn't really anything I didn't like, but I will say that I think the mystery element of the story was not very strong. Haley was the kind of person who made me nervous every time she asked people questions, because it didn't feel like she had a lot of tact. So I kept expecting someone to knock her over the head or something because of the way she tried to interrogate people. But at the same time, I don't think there was necessarily a huge amount of actual investigating going on. I mean, she does go around and talk to people, but it doesn't feel, I don't know, it's a little hard to explain. I guess I just felt like as far as the mystery was concerned, like it wasn't really super focused on that element.